It's the Cable
I'm gonna pack one, pick one this flash. Let's make some fucking 5/5s, huh? Does Pre-Modern get stale? If Pre-Modern got stale, I probably wouldn't continuously enjoy it, huh? It is a closed format, but the gameplay is really good in my opinion, and there's a lot of room for brewing, and the meta it doesn't stagnate. It tends to fluctuate. Archetypes get hated out, new ones come in, that sort of thing. And it's pleasant that, like, because it's a closed format, you don't have to go and source new cards every so often, you know? When you buy a deck, you know that it's just gonna be good. Bonnie Paul sort of works with Flash. I don't know if that excites me. Malevolent Rumble could help me find the thing to flash in. Maybe that's a good impulse. There's a Fetch, a Gush, a Grim Monolith. I played Gush with the new Frog the other day, and it felt really good. They felt really good together. It is kind of a self-answering question, huh? Doesn't that format get stale? Yeah, that's what I love about it. That's my favorite part of the format, how stale it gets. I love stale things. Stale crackers, a nice stale beer. I'm gonna grab this Fetch. I'm gonna do that. Fetch around, why not? Palantir maybe? Palantir? Will Eureka? Something? Ooh. This feels like the start of something, doesn't it? It does feel kind of like the start of something. Yeah, no, you're good, Gusta. You're good. A charitable interpretation of your question would read it that way. I was just being myself. I was just being a smart aleck. You thought people like Legacy because how they can play the same deck for years. Oh man, Legacy being a rotating format now is pretty much a bummer, but there's still some really cool cards there. It's the only format you really get to play with them. So I still love Legacy. Gameplay's still good. Well, none of this is particularly interesting to me. Maybe abandoning this Rumble. Let's take a cantrip, I guess. Metamorph's interesting. Odawara's interesting. I'm really only attached to blue so far. Show and tell something in. Show and tell in Metamorph. Copy whatever they put in. We just passed Stoneforge Mystic. Cauldron Complete's going around. I'm gonna do this Miscalc. Slowly putting it down a little bit. Yeah, green's open, but like not the part of green that we're really interested in. I'm just gonna grab Tideminder here. Give it blue for now, huh? Keep cutting blue. I don't really want to show and tell in a Blightsteel. Unless I've got a Greaves, huh? Yeah, this might be the worst I've ever seen Natural Order, huh, Heliorm? It was already fading a little bit last Cube season, and then they cut Craterhoof and left the Natural Order in. Little iffy. There's some good cards, right? There's some good cards to Natural Order form, but like you're also fighting other people for those cards. The cool thing about Craterhoof is that there was only one deck that wanted that one, and it was the Natural Order deck. You like Bonnie Paul there? Bonnie Paul might have been correct. Some solid blue cards here, huh? Twister, Snapcaster. I'm like weirdly attracted to this Solitude. Could save us from our own show and tell. Could take this Archive, have a little bit of filtering, whether we play the white or not. Is this a good Snapcaster? Let's see, we have a counter spell, a cantrip, a removal spell. It's not a bad start to a Snapcaster deck. We don't really have the fast mana for Twister. I think I'm just grabbing Remand here. Well, now I wish I'd grabbed the Twister, I might take this Ancient Tomb, actually. Let's me play Palantir quick, or Show and Tell. Just more counters. Just grab all of them. Talisman's kind of hot off the Talisman. Or off the Ancient Tomb mana, rather. Sorry. Psychic Frog's so good. I have to just want to grab that frog. Spellseeker's not crazy here. You can go find the flash. Deck gets a lot better if we find some worms, Is Battle Ball not worth show? Not generally. Battle Ball's like very much on the end of, like, if you waited 2 turns, you could hardcast it anyway, and it's not necessarily better than whatever your opponent's showing into play. Like I was saying that I'm not that excited about telling in Blightsteel Colossus, right? So Blightsteel is like right on the edge for me than Battle Ball. As much as I love Battle Ball, it's not there. I like Battle Ball a lot in like workshop decks, Urza decks that can just like cast it. And it has a lot of synergies. Yeah, so we have Spellseeker for flash. We just don't have anything worth flashing in. I kind of dig this Stern Scolding, just like keep on stacking counters. Sea Shark would give me an actual win con. It's like kind of cute with the Gush too. Even the 9/9, yeah, I agree. Even the 9/9 would be great here, or a Tali, like some of the weaker flash stuff, or like the 6/6 that comes back as a 5/5 with persist, blows up 2 lands. Any of those would be pretty good, just to turn the flash into a real win con. But the best would be the Wormmaker, followed by Atraxa probably. Is Ulamog interesting? We have some shuffle effects for this Brainstorm. Yeah, I was gonna take the Brainstorm. It's pretty good here, right? We have a Fetch and an Eagles, Spellseeker. I've been saying it for over a decade, but Brainstorm is one of those cards that can be really hard to interpret in Cube. People used to like really value it, like really overvalue it, even without shuffle effects, right? Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Gabrielle Ludovico. Thanks for the 6 months, the half a year. The archive came back. Love to see it. Yeah, thanks, Gabrielle. Very 23rd card quality without shuffle effects. Yeah. But people have that memory of it being just like one of the best cards in the game in Legacy. And it's hard to adjust. Hard to realize that it's a build-around card. It doesn't feel like a build-around card, right? But it's so much better if you can maximize it. This would be a sick deck for a Time Walk, too. Spellseeker and Snapcaster. Hell yeah, Shortcut Wield. And I was worried about having enough win conditions. Well, if I never find anything to flash in, maybe casting Battle Sphere is where it's at. Yeah, it depends, Dragonheart. I like it a lot more. I don't care about the number of shuffle effects if I've got like Delve cards and stuff, or prowess things. If I have like other reasons to just want a cantrip. If 1 mana blue draw card is good, then the Brainstorm's gonna be good, whether you have shuffle effects or not. But I agree. Usually you want like 3+ for it just to be a solid value card. Hello, Soul Ring. I'm glad I didn't have to choose between Soul Ring and like World Spire Worm here or something, huh? That would have been tough. Soul Ring's another way to turn to Show and Tell. So if I grab this Urza, all of a sudden the Mirror Battlesphere becomes like pretty good, and it's something that we can play off the Soul Ring and the Ancient Tomb kind of easily. The Emrakul makes the Show and Tell much, much better. I think I'm just going to take the Emrakul here and hope it works out. We can play some fast Show and Tells in this deck. I might regret that pick. Passing Urza there. Urza's really good off the Soul Ring, really good with Battlesphere. Emrakul's pretty good with Palantir though, huh? Real easy to figure out a win condition if your opponent starts at 5. Should I just play in a Johnny? That card's kind of good. It's a lot better if you're playing red, of course. Looking at Spell Pierce, looking at Kappa. I don't think I'm playing Kappa. If I'd taken the Urza, then I'd be looking at the Kappa a lot harder. God, we're in the 3rd booster. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Toaster STL. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 47 months. Yeah, Grave Titanus is not a satisfying thing to flash in, I think I like Cryptic Code here. We have the mana base for Cryptic Command, but it sure is nice to be able to kill people, and sometimes Code just does it by itself. Yeah, I'll take the Cryptic. I'll take the Cryptic. Well, there's the Titan and the Archon. I think Titan's more of a win con, so I'm gonna grab Titan here over the Archon. Archon's better to show and tell in, though. Maybe I should think about this a little bit, huh? Yeah, show and telling it, or flashing in an Archon is kind of just like a one-sided smallpox, which is still very good, but nothing to write home about. I think I'm gonna grab this Titan. We can safely not play the Battlesphere. Is Demonic Tutor a consideration here? Nah. Nah, there were good cards for us. We already have plenty of like filtering. We already have some tutoring with the Spellseeker. I think we're in a good spot. What are the odds of Triplicate Titan wheeling? No idea. Hello, Atali. This deck just got real groovy. We can like brainstorm to set up the Atali flip too. Get some Emrakul cast triggers. I think we can safely cut the Blightsteel. Very awkward pack here. The sneak attack's so tempting. We have like no red fixing. I think I'm cutting this Gush. Maybe Tidebinder. Crocus is too strong against this deck. It's okay, I'll just Tidebinder it. I'm sure that'll work, right? Well, that's a nice stretch, huh? That's a nice stretch. Huh, interesting. All right. What about a banger sneak attack deck? I think I don't play Ulamog. Maybe I do. It's really good off show and tell, right? Yeah, I kind of want to play it anyway, Ulamog. It increases the chance that I'll actually do the thing that I said where I use Brainstorm to set up the Atali trigger. If I have 2 Eldrazi in there. Or maybe I just like cut Treachery or cut Tidebinder. Kind of whatever, right? How many white sources do you think we're playing, Heliarm? That question doesn't make any sense until you know that, right? Until you actually look at the mana base. Council Judgment's a pretty good removal spell in our deck that has a other removal spell. So this would be 11 blue, 6 white. And we get 2 more. Yeah, Judgment being able to like answer Planeswalkers is kind of good. Kind of important. Does not have to be played on turn 3, right? Because that is the absolute best. Dealing with hard to deal with permanents, not fast ones. This deck has a lot of churn. Just gonna hit 2 land and then mill 2 and just die. I could see that happening. Win in the play, you love to see it. Not the best Vintage Cube hand I've ever seen, but pretty good. Pretty much what we're looking for with this deck, huh? Opponent revealed Luris, so there's a solid chance we get discarded. Maybe I'll hold up Brainstorm, huh? And then, like, don't necessarily have Flash on 2, but get to save the Flash combo if they turn 1 Duress me. Is that terrible? Just fucking holding up Brainstorm here. Is that the worst thing ever? Am I a genius? Am I the best player to live in the universe? Is that me? I don't know what was better to hide. Remander Spell Pierce there. Oh shit, what up? Hey Rogue, thanks at 94 months. Hey, I appreciate that, Rogue. And I humbly accept your comment that I am in fact the best player in the universe. Very humbly. Remand digging a card? I just thought it would protect my 3/3s better. Like if they played a Toxic. If they played some lifelinker here, I could remand it. Can't do that with Spell Pierce. Stuff like that. Wasn't very confident though. Well, that game worked out, huh? I'm gonna bring in Lantern. I'm just gonna assume that they're doing reanimatory things. Can always cycle, right? One issue with Lantern is I can't hit my own graveyard. Am I doing coverage tomorrow or playing on Wizard's channel? So the way it worked, both Disgruntled Gamer. It's gonna be on the Magic Online channel. And it's gonna be one of those invitational type things where every week 4 of us face off against each other. And then when the 2 people that aren't playing are running commentary for the other 2. Dual Commander? No, I have... No, why? Yeah, this is a 12-week series going on where 4 players face off with spots in the next round at stake. So if I go 2-0 or 2-1, I'll make it to the next round. I'll be competing against Jim Davis, Canister, and Alexander Hayne. I just lost to Jim on Saturday, so I got to take my vengeance on him. And we're going to be playing on twitch.tv/Magic Online, like I said. And we need to 2-0 or 2-1 to make the next week. And we're brewing against a theme. This theme was building with flares. Cards from the flare cycle, and we were all randomly allotted flares. So some players might have gotten slightly better options than others. Can I share what mine was? I don't know. One of my opponents might be watching. I think the decklist submission deadline has passed. Oh, that's a nasty Inquisition. If they take Show and Tell, then I guess I can still Snapcast it back, but that takes 5 mana. It's kind of a lot, Am I one of those players? Yeah, it's my fucking face in the... There's a picture. There's a picture of me right there. That's me. Yes, I am the one with the beard. That is me. Too good looking to be the real Caleb. Hey now. I took my shower this week. This is as good as I look. Oh shit, what up? Hey JRC, thanks for 71 months. You didn't shit your pants today? Hey, congratulations, JRC. My nephew. I've gotten to hang out with my nephew a lot over the past couple of days. And he's potty trained, but he's only 2, right? And he just turned 2. And he when he has to go poop, he's mixed at letting folks know. And sometimes he just like freezes and starts like staring at you, like hard staring. And that's how you know he's starting to poop. It's like, he's quiet. This is a bad sign. Yeah, not pooping yourself is pretty good. Pretty good. Almost count that. It's been good though. The kid's awesome, and his parents are awesome. My little sister and her partner. Delightful little family, really good natured. Love having them around. But me and the girlfriend had like half talked about potentially having kids at some point. Like offhand, like discussed it. It's a good thing to discuss, right? You're getting seriously involved with someone. And we were both in the area of like maybe in the future if like If one of us feels really strongly about it, we'll come back to it and discuss it, you know. And I think we're now in the firmly in the like, oh yeah, we like sleeping in. That's really good. That's like a very good thing. And just... However, visiting a kid for a little bit, for a few days, that rocks. That rules. Yeah, exactly, Snap Clopin. Just borrow every once in a while. Wow, overvoltage. Jeez. Maybe if you meet the right person. If this Snap Show and Tell resolves, do I put in Ulamog or a Tali? That's the real question here. Should I draw a card? They had to leave up a couple mana to pay for Snap Miscalc here, and they knew about the Snapcaster, I think. No, my graveyard. The Ulamog's shuffling the Show and Tell back in. But they get my Snapcaster anyway, it's whatever. My plan, my beautiful plan. Yeah, I guess that only worked if my last two cards were exactly Snapcaster, Eldrazi, We did shuffle the Show and Tell back in, and there is, you know, there's Flash in here. 4 cards enter the revealed card zone. Alright, there's still a Lura stack. Pretty good Lura stack, right? Strip Mine, Mind Twist, all that stuff. Some nice disruption. We're into the awkward stage of the game where you wish you had red mana for this Atali. Put Luras to hand. A Blood Moon? What about the Merfolk Blood Moon? Flood Moon is not in the cube, no. Looking rough, friends. Looking rough. Opponent's at 6? They got a mana crypt going? Oh, they won the flip. Yeah, Oofta is right. Watch them hit another Eldrazi. I think they're going to let me draw here with Palantir. Correct, we do not have red mana. Not that kind of deck. I mean, fine Flash. Flash and Atali, hit Emrakul. Oh, they could have haywired the Palantir instead of bringing out white. No, they don't have green mana, right? To 5 I go. Alright, Palantir. I'm gonna need some help. A big thing off Bob in their Lura stack. Seems likely. Maybe Otawara was decent, because then you Otawara bounce the Haywire Might, lose Mana Crypt, and then like there's a Bob flip to see if they hit 3. Now they can like respond, right? There's the Flash Dream though, right? The Flash Atali Dream. And what a dream it was. This Bob flips at 3, this game was winnable. Oh, never mind. They never hit Mana Crypt anyway. Alright. Yeah, I still like the Lantern, They're doing Lura's stuff. Miscalc and Spell Pierce are good against Mind Twist. They're like not actually very good against the rest of their deck. Got that Treachery here, and Treachery's a little expensive. Could have played Battlesphere there and couldn't play this fucking Atali. A 3 into Lure stack. Yeah, you can have like a Time Warp or some expensive spell in your Lure stack. So I like the Stern Scolding. I hate the rest of this hand. Let's hit it back. The cards just don't work with each other, right? Do I go to 5? Do I keep this? I don't know. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Polish Sniper thinks the Sob is 80 months. Herder Dirter 80 months. Wort. Well said, a Polish Sniper. I could not have said it better myself. Possible should be firing off Brainstorm just to get in the graveyard for like a Snapcaster on 3. I think I'm just gonna cycle this tower, even though it's my only white source here. Just pass. Let's just pass. Real solid chance I cycle Miscalc this turn. I have been epicured. This does grow the white. Is this it? The dream? So if I do 3 damage to each creature, then the white taps to activate. I don't have the mana to play this Soul Guide Lantern to clear the white. So I might as well just do 2 damage to each creature. And then like blow up the blood token or something. And then this could tap on the white. I think I want to hit the commercial district. Maybe I should be tapping the swamp. I don't know. Or hitting the swamp. I don't know. Setting a stop here so I can upkeep the Eagles. So I don't have to redraw my 9/9. We can Lantern, make the white manageable. Oh, they have a thing. They have a thing, all right. This would be pretty good, although the Ulamog has indestructible, so the Fiery Confluence does not clear it. That's the main reason. And they might have even known that and assumed that I would, like, they're just, like, testing to see if I would know it, just, like, giving me a scoop test. Like, maybe I don't know that my own card has indestructible and I concede in response to the Fire Covenant. Maybe they just wanted to play it because it was cute. Who knows, right? Or maybe they found out that Ulamog was indestructible here. You don't know. It's certainly no harm in casting it, right? GG's Corn Chimp. Just a little troll with the Covenant. Yeah, that's what I was telling folks. You know, that's a little exciting. I think this cube has been my favorite version of the vintage cube. There's still a few small things that I would tweak, but I think like dollars to donuts. This is the best one that they've given us, or at least my favorite. Ooh, hello. This is indeed the last draft. Last draft of the season right here. We could Brainstorm and then upkeep Eagles. If we wanted something better to flash in than Archon. We'll see what the opponent's doing. I might just cast Consider here. Tenacious D did just cancel their tour, yeah. I'm pretty mad about that. Talked about it on Twitter a little bit. I need to even have tickets. I was looking at the Madison, the Madison stop on the tour had sold out. I was like eyeballing the scalper tickets. Those culture fucking warrior fucks have gone too far. Hitting the Tenacious D. Jokes on a comedy tour? I think Tenacious D should know that jokes are harmful. And it is not the job of comedians to criticize politicians. Not their role. Should we consider? Yeah, I think about, well, I don't know. I still don't know. All right, I'll brainstorm. This is terrible. 2 cards back, you say? Interesting. Do I even draw a card off this? I think so, due to the order. I guess we'll see. Really regretting not considering, huh? That was like kind of the worst case scenario. Consider they would have just like, I would have surveilled one and they would have gotten a treasure. Brainstorm, it was like, 3 treasure to you. I put 2 cards back. Jesus Christ. Dark Ritual. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think we can beat 3 4/4s. Not here. Come on! So we take 12 here, go to 11. We can bounce Otawara, and then take another 8, go to 3. And if they play a spell, I go to 1. Oh, they just have a talisman here. I'm just gonna scoop. You win. You win. Good stuff. They didn't even need all my treasure. Tidebinder's gonna get in Storm, right? We should have that in. Then I'll add 1 more island. Go down to 6 white sources for like our 2 white cards. Maybe Lantern if they're doing Storm stuff. Lantern in for... Oh, Treachery, yeah. That makes sense. Why do I keep Stern Scolding in? Oh, Stern Scolding counters Hull Breaching. I should have been the Spell Bomb here. What's wrong with me, hum? What the fuck is wrong with me? For lunch today, we went to a diner on the edge of Madison. This is called like the Jet Room. I googled like places to go out to eat with a 2-year-old in Madison, and like there were several people on Reddit that were like, my kids fucking love this place. And it's like a diner with huge windows that just like looks right into the airport strip, so you can see planes taking off and stuff. And they were very accustomed to having kids there. Service was dope. Food was dope. I had a burger and they like toasted my bun and everything. I was like, yeah, this is the place. This is what I wanted. Not the best diner in Madison, but there's like a lot of really good diners in Madison. Sure, I'm gonna go ahead and crack the Lantern and probably the Spell Bomb too. Yeah, I need to get something going. What's my pick for best diner in Madison? I like the Ogden Street Diner. It's hard to take groups to because like the seating is hyper limited, and it's usually pretty busy. It's a restaurant that's like in the middle of just like a regular neighborhood, so it's like very easy to miss it if you don't know where it is. But the food there is so good. It's so fucking good all the time. I always order too much. I think the opponent's making a pile of dragons again. So what we're going to do here is we're going to let one of these resolve. And then we can cryptic counter one and bounce the other one. And then we'll have 1/4/4 to deal with instead of 3. Buy us a little bit of time here, huh? A little torn on when to play this. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it on their turn. Hey, Corey, 3 in position. Thanks to the sub. Thanks to 24 months. The 2 years there. I'm gonna flash in Atali, and then if my Atali hits a counter spell, we can counter the Urza here. I gotta say, I've hit better Atalis before. I've seen better. At least I got to remand the Urza, hum. Imagine if I had sorcery sped that flash, hum. I know what my deck is, Helior. I know what's in my deck. You also know what's in my deck. Why are you asking this question? What 4-mana instant were you hoping for? There is a big downside to firing off the Dark Ritual, too. Like, they could be using their graveyard, right? Their Storm Deck. They could have, like, Yogg's Will and stuff. Could certainly matter. Or maybe you're adding to their Storm count on their turn for no reason. I think you need to have a good reason to play that Dark Ritual. If you're going to play it there. Yeah, the deck list is on screen, Helior. You've also been here all stream, watching. Can we find a show and tell, huh? I have successfully defeated this elemental. Come on. Come on. Kind of wish Treachery was still in here, huh? Let's still let hers in, start spinning. Fair enough, cubed. Fair enough. Hey, Yogswell. I don't know if Show and Tell Emrakul even does it at this point. I might just be fucked here, folks. We could snap cast back Cryptic Command, Fog, and answer a dragon. Feels a little dead. It does feel a little dead, yeah. We needed some sweeper action or something. Well met opponent. Or like if I hadn't cracked the lantern earlier, but I mean it's a whole different game if I don't crack the lantern, right? Like the Urza would have landed sooner. All bad things. Cool. Anyway, I hope we all enjoyed this micro stream, this short little stream. I was glad I could get away for a few drafts to tailgate, to bookend this cube season. I had a really good time overall. I really liked a lot of those MH3 cards. A Pyrogoyf in particular was my favorite. I am looking forward to trying out Pyrogoyf in Legacy. I think I want to play it in like a Blood Moon type shell with like a couple Metamorphs in there, because Metamorphing Fury seems really sick too. Really excited about that. Yeah, and again tomorrow I've got that Modern tournament. I believe it starts at 3.